Well, hello everyone. How are you? We're going to get started in just a minute. Having a little bit of a fight with my computer at the moment. But anyway, glad to have everybody along, and we've got a fantastic session for you this morning. I'm so excited to be able to team up with Izzy from the Globus family of brands. So happy that we're able to connect and add Monograms as part of our program with Unique Cruises. The synergy between the two companies is just fantastic. And Izzy will start off by taking us through the whole Monogram side of things. And then I'll wrap up towards the end about how this all connects with our luxury hotel barges in Europe. So I will now hand it over to Izzy to take it from here. Thanks, Izzy.
Thank you, Walter. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a fabulous start to the day. Like Walter said, I'm thrilled that I've had the opportunity to partner up with him. As many of you may know, Globus family of brands and Walter have had a really great relationship in the past, and we've worked together quite closely. We couldn't be more excited that Unique Cruises are starting to offer so many different exciting products for your clients, and that we have the opportunity to really build on that experience. Now, one moment, I know we've been in lockdown for quite a long time. However, technical difficulties are still a thing, and it will take me just a moment to get set up, and then I will kick things off. Excellent. All right, now, can I confirm if you're able to see my screen? Please feel free to just put something in the chat just to say that you can see the screen, and then I'll be able to go from there.
Yes, we can.
Ah, thank you, Walter. See, I told you that technical difficulties are still a thing. For those of you who I haven't had the chance to meet, my name is Izzy. You may recognise me as the BDM from the Globus family of brands in New South Wales, but I know what you're thinking. The woman in the Bitmoji had way longer hair than the woman who's talking to me right now. Well, you'd be forgiven, as since that Bitmoji was published, I have since had my post-COVID haircut, and I could not be more excited to be shedding the layers of lockdown, as I'm sure you all are when you go to your respective hair appointments. As the name suggests, the Globus family of brands has a portfolio with a huge range of travel styles for your client. No doubt you're familiar with our flagship brands Cosmos and Globus, and our river cruising brand Avalon Waterways. But have you heard of Monograms? I'd forgive you if you haven't. Lockdown has taken a toll on everyone's memory. We've had to play accountants and the bearers of bad news for the longest time. Now that the conversation's general mood and weather is shifting to the positive, international travel is coming back. I'm thrilled that we can start a conversation around what we love most, which is planning travel, both for our clients and for ourselves later on down the track. As I said before, there's many ways to travel with the Globus family. Monograms is first and foremost an independent holiday. It's designed for people who want to experience a destination in their own time and at their own pace. The word FIT gets thrown around a lot, but while the idea of traveling solo seems romantic, it can present challenges that make for a really good story, but not necessarily a great holiday. Where is she going with this? I can hear you asking. Well, if you're a fan of the Gwyneth Paltrow movie Sliding Doors, I have a brilliant video that shows you exactly what I'm talking about.
When you travel to a dream destination, you have a choice, a very important choice. You could choose to go at it on your own.
This way? You want to try back that way?
Yeah. Should have taken the elevator.
Or you can choose to go with Monograms, which means you will never be alone.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Carlo. Very nice to meet you.
Hi.
How do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Welcome to Rome, guys. Our car is right here.
How far to the hotel, Carlo?
Oh, it's going to be 20 minutes, no more than that.
Amigo.
No,
We're gonna
taxi.
go taxi. Dio taxi.
Give me my bag, sir.
No, sir. No, thank you. No, thank you. We're gonna go to the front, please.
So we are about to drive by the Colosseum, and your hotel is just up here.
Because with Monograms, you'll be given something that is truly invaluable.
Yes, we're at... Oh, stop!
Your own local host. And this changes everything.
Man, I feel like we've come down this street like 5 times now.
What do you want to do? Should we just go back to the hotel?
I don't know.
Find it?
In a place where everything is foreign, you'll be feeling like a local.
There's Carlo right there.
What does he say?
He says we need to order the tiramisu.
And while everyone else is getting frustrated, you'll be getting the VIP treatment.
If you travel with us, you skip the lines.
Trading waiting for reveling and trading wondering for wonderment.
Babe, this isn't the line to the Coliseum. It's around the corner. It's on the other side.
Are you serious?
Yes. Come on. It's longer than this one.
In places where you don't even begin to know your way. With us, you will never feel lost.
So these are your tickets. You are in the first class car.
Come on. Where's...
That's the Monograms difference. We're with you every step of the way. Which means fewer hassles.
There's no more trains today.
More amazing. It's no wonder why those who travel with Monograms never travel any other way again. Book your Monograms package today.
So I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Sliding Doors does happen to be one of my favorite movies, and you can actually see the difference between having someone who is there to help you out versus struggling in a brand new place without actually being able to understand or get your bearings. So with that in mind, you can think of Monograms as a friend from overseas who helps you organize and plan the trip that you want. Not only will they give you suggestions on sightseeing and the best restaurants, but they will also help you book them. Super handy if you don't speak the language or you want to avoid the tourist traps. It combines the hassle-free travel of an escorted tour with all of the freedom of an independent holiday. We take care of the logistics like accommodation and transfers, but then you have the added bonus of a local host. Now, it's very important distinction. They are not a tour director. This is not as structured as an escorted tour where passengers need to be at the back at the coach at a set time to move on to the next destination. Monograms passengers can choose what they want to do. Their time in the destination ranges from 2 to 5 nights, and they have the freedom and flexibility to do what they want, when they want. But that's what's in it for the client. What's in it for you as the travel agent? We've bundled everything together in one package for you. This saves so much time and phone calls to a range of different suppliers. Now that things are starting to get busy again, booking the one Monograms package gives you more time to service all of the new inquiry that's flooding in now that the borders are reopening. It's also one cancellation policy for all of the components that you see pictured here and one commission level. So who is a Monograms passenger? The answer is honestly anyone. The different ways that you can customize the trip make it perfect for all kinds of people. This could be independent passengers visiting family and friends, or someone who may have booked a luxury barge experience with unique cruises. With no age limit, Monograms can be for families. Parents can take their kids back to the hotel whenever they are tired, or they can select activity inclusions such as the Harry Potter World experience in London, which meet the needs of both the kids and the adults. A Monograms holiday can be multi-generational. Mum, dad, and the kids can go, as well as the grandparents. They can all stay in the same hotel and travel together without worrying about how to get from point A to point B. With packages in cruise ports such as Venice, Rome, Barcelona, Amsterdam, and even London, cruise passengers can be Monograms passengers too. If they have existing travel plans, or if they're not the coach-style passenger, if they're independent travelers looking for the missing piece of the puzzle for their holiday, Monograms is the option for them. We've spent a lot of time online shopping in the pandemic, so you know that our social media algorithms and buying patterns are shifting towards customization. Sometimes I wonder if the internet knows what I want to buy before I even know. There is no one-size-fits-all style of booking holidays anymore. Customers will want to do things their way. Monograms makes it easy to customize the number of nights passengers stay in the Your Way cities. For the best experience, we suggest 3 nights. However, passengers can choose between 2 to 4 in each of the Your Way destinations of London, Paris, Rome, Venice, and Florence. While we can't add additional nights pre and post accommodation, with Your Way, the flexibility means that you don't have to. Passengers can personalize their holiday by choosing the number of nights that they want in select European cities. If the passenger books a London and Paris Your Way, and they happen to have done both of those cities before, they might choose 2 nights in London and then 4 to 5 nights in Paris, or vice versa. They can have any combination of nights within that 2 to 4 range in each of the cities. Like the novels from the 80s, it's almost like a choose your own adventure style of holiday. So let's look at the popular sellers in Europe for 2018. As you can see, London and Paris are the most popular destinations, featuring in 7 of the top 10 holidays. You can see that there are 4 Your Way packages in the top 10 as well. I mentioned that there's no one-size-fits-all way to travel. All of the destinations in the top 10 have a range of choices regarding hotels, so you can continue to customize beyond customization. Here's how your clients can choose to customize their trip to the next level. Now, if you're like me, and you've noticed my background, and you've also been watching a lot of Netflix in lockdown, you may have seen the series Call My Agent on Netflix. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend. It is super addictive. What I took away from the experience was, 1, I really miss travel, and 2, I would love to live like a Parisian just for a week. A week in Paris does exactly that. It gives your clients the chance to live and explore with the freedom and the joie de vivre of a true Parisian. The 4 hotel options that we have for this itinerary are the Mercure Paris Centre Tour Eiffel, we've got the Pullman Paris Tour Eiffel, we've got the Courtyard Paris Gare de Lyon, and we've got the Galerie Le Chiquier L'Opéra Paris. Now, please don't try and say that after you've had a couple of drinks, because it is very, very difficult. All 4 properties are centrally located in the heart of the city, saving your guests the hassle of navigating the confusing metro. From experience, knowing the language is next to no help. With 2 hotels near the tower and 1 near the hub train station, each offers different levels of convenience depending on what your clients want to see or do next. London is still the #1 travel destination for most Australians, so it makes sense that this is one of our top selling trips with Monograms. Knowing the language certainly makes things a little easier, but the trendy and chic side of the city can remain a mystery for some travellers. There is so much more to see than Big Ben and Buckingham Palace. With a local host to give pointers and centrally located accommodation choices, living like a local has never been easier. Our hotel choices in London are the Millennium Gloucester, the Bailey's Hotel, Park Plaza Westminster Bridge, and Park Plaza Waterloo. Now, did you know that Stonehenge is based in Salisbury and not in the centre of London? It's not as close to the city as you would think, and navigating the regional train system is no walk in Hyde Park. Our local hosts can help guests plan their trip to see the famous stones and assist with buying tickets in advance. This saves so much hassle, stress, and time. Same as seeing a show in the West End. Don't spend your holiday queuing for tickets and faffing around with dinner reservations. Let us take the hard work out of your London trip. The first time I visited Venice, I was shocked to learn that my hotel was actually located on the island of Lido. The commute to and from the historical centre was a far cry from the romantic hotel on the canal that I had pictured. If you're like me, or if you've had the same experience with booking your client's holiday to Venice, then you would know that booking central accommodation is priority #1 when organising a Venice trip. Now, we only offer 2 hotels in this particular one, but you'll see that both of them are exceptionally close to landmarks such as St. Mark's Square and the Rialto Bridge. Included experiences. These are things that you would think are quite easy to do and book yourself if you are staying in the centre of Venice. However, on this same Venice trip, where I had taken a 45-minute Vaporetta ride into the heart of the city, I went up to a glassmaking factory only to find that it was closed. No one had told me that the glassmaking shops were not open on a Sunday. If I had a Monograms local host to give me that insider information, then I could have booked it on another day with enough time in advance to make sure that I could plan something fun and doesn't involve around shops being open that day. It seems hard enough to get the family together all in one place, not to mention all in one vacation. Whether you're booking for a week-long city stay, a relaxing mini break, or an in-depth multi-city escape, Monograms is the perfect international family travel package for you and yours, complete with reservations, transportation, transfers between cities, guided sightseeing, your own on-site local host, and even discounts of up to 25% for children. Plus, with our family-friendly excursions, you can introduce the kids to a Broadway-style show at London's famous West End, spend a day in the happiest place in Europe at Euro Disney, or even take an Italian cooking class in Rome so that the kids can help you out with dinner next time it's their turn on the roster. While Monograms is devoted to showing passengers the world in their own unique way, our complimentary Monograms Go app was designed to put a world of pre- and on-trip information at their fingertips. Passengers can do away with the clunky Docs wallets and have everything located in one easy to find place. And then they can toggle between Facebook and Instagram to give their updates to friends and family back home. The Monograms Go app will have all of the documents loaded once they have been dispatched to the clients. The app is available in both Apple Store and Google Play Store, so it can be used on both iPhones and Android. Now, one of the questions that has no doubt been on everyone's mind, yours and the passengers, is what does travel look like now that we have a completely different landscape? With Globus family of brands, we have spent the last 19 months carefully planning what our return to travel will look like to ensure that it is a safe one. And with that in mind, we have beefed up our health and safety experiences by creating our on-trip assurance program. Now, this program starts before the clients have even left the country with our pre-trip health screening process. As of this year, it is now mandatory for all passengers with the Globus family of brands to have completed a full round of vaccination with no less than 14 days prior to commencing any of the trips with Globus. Now, with other services such as airfares, departures, trains, there are restrictions and agreements. We found that by having our mandatory vaccination policy in place, as well as all of the procedures from airlines and other suppliers, the chances of catching COVID are drastically reduced. To give you an example, we have had several departures for Cosmos, Globus and Avalon depart between August and September with all of our international friends and family going on these trips. And we're really pleased to advise that we haven't had a single COVID emergency on any of these departures. In the event of an emergency, you will know that Globus will always do the right thing by your clients. Perfect example of this would be on our domestic tour in Tasmania with Cosmos. We had reached about day 12 of the trip with only 2 days left to go, and the unthinkable happened. Hobart went into a 3-day lockdown. Now, thinking very quickly, the tour director was able to contact our head office, and we rerouted the trip through to Launceston so that the passengers who were based in Queensland and WA were able to make it home safely. Now, this is the same level of care and attention that we will bring to your clients when they're traveling with us. There is no one size fits all way of dealing with COVID, but we have the flexibility and the agility to make the quick decisions necessary to look after your clients while they're traveling with us. I think I speak for all of us when I say we've had to change plans a few times in the last 19 months. Wouldn't you agree? So we know that flexibility is more important than ever when booking a holiday. We've introduced our peace of mind plan for all 2021 and 2022 holidays. This gives clients the flexibility to change their date, destination, and even itinerary before final payment with no penalties. For those who want added assurance, we have our safety net protection. For $95 per person on international bookings, they can book now, secure the date that they want and get any discounts, and they can cancel up until 30 days prior to departure and get a full refund for it. If it's within 30 days, that's okay. You've still got the flexibility to move that tour into another tour, another booking, or onto credit if they're not quite ready to make that decision yet, up until 24 hours prior to their departure. International markets are booking now. I know we've started to see this influx of new bookings, and it is mostly VFR and credits that you're dealing with at the moment. But the fact of the matter is that the Northern Hemisphere is traveling and they are booking out a lot of our allotment. So if you're wanting a little bit more security and assurance, combined peace of mind and safety net means that you can lock in the tour now while there's still availability and good pricing and worry about the details later. Monograms is a great option for you before or after your cruise to explore a selection of Europe's key cities with the key details taken care of by us. Every Monograms package comes complete with hand-selected centrally located hotels, services of a local host, VIP sightseeing, transportation between cities during sightseeing, and breakfast daily, which I think is a really big factor if you're a foodie like me. I could honestly talk about Monograms for such a long time, but I know that now that things are busy, I've already taken up quite a lot of it by telling you some of the key features. Now, if you're interested in learning more, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself or your relevant BDM, who will be more than happy to take you through some of the finer details. That's all from me. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll throw it back to Walter.
Amazing, thanks, Izzy. And the one thing that I'll definitely echo there is that Europe certainly is selling out for 2022. Right across the board, I'm struggling to get space on our luxury barges for 22. And also too, I've got 3 quotes out at the moment for our Croatia departures that we're still trying to find place for. So if your clients are looking for 2022, they really do need to book now. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to share my screen and I will take you through how this all connects with Unique Cruises. There we go. And our luxury hotel barges. As I said, I'm so excited to be able to work with Monograms. And of course, most of you will know that I did work with the Globus family of brands for a few years before I started on my own. So it's nice to be able to reconnect on one of the products that I think is just absolutely outstanding. And what I'm most excited about is that for you as professional travel agents, that you have this connection to be able to offer a complete package to your clients very, very simply. So let's have just a quick look through. There we go. So just an overview. I know that some of you have been through the training sessions with me before, so I don't want to overdo that part of it. Just to give you a quick overview again and a bit of a reminder. So we do have 27 of our floating villas in 5 countries across 15 regions in Europe. Most of that is based in France, as you can see, but we also do have 2 ships in Scotland, 1 in Ireland, and 1 in Italy that we'll talk about in a moment. All of our floating villas are all inclusive, which means, of course, that all the meals are included, all your excursions are included, transfers, all beverages, including good quality wines, beers, and spirits. Almost all of our floating villas have bicycles on board as well as hot tubs. Our smallest villa is in France with only 2 rooms, so maximum of 4 people. And the largest is the one that we have in Italy with 10 rooms, so maximum of 20 people. But on average, we are looking at 4 rooms or 8 passengers. We do offer 4 levels of luxury. So we have our first class, our deluxe, ultra deluxe, and our grandiose, which you'll be able to tell on our website when you're having a look through, or in the brochure, they're clearly identified. But even, it doesn't matter which level you're on, they're all of high quality. They all have captain, executive chef, and crew, and everything is all included. Really, the only difference is some styling and also to sometimes just the size of the vessel itself. So let's have a look at how this all connects with Monograms. And as Izzy was saying, we should be talking about London, so we'll start there. And for those of you that have been to London, know that there's so much to see and do. Doesn't matter how many times you go to London, there are always new places to explore. And one of the things I love about Monograms is that you've got the local host that can give the insider view to all the things that you didn't know that you didn't know. Now, this connects really well. If your clients are flying into London, they can spend a few days in the Monograms program and then connect with our lovely floating villa here, which is the Magna Carta. And the Magna Carta goes from Hampton Court Palace out through to Henley-on-Thames, or vice versa, depending on which direction we're going on. And that is a 6-night, 7-day program. And just as a reminder, all of our floating villas, it doesn't matter which country, which region that we're in, they all start on a Sunday afternoon and finish on a Saturday morning. So what that means is that we can really plan this carefully with your clients. We don't have to worry about, moving dates and things like that. It is all standardized. And also it also allows for a big deep clean of each of these luxury vessels in between each group coming through. So with everyone disembarking on Saturday morning, there's a lot of time for the crew to go through and do a deep clean and be that extra COVID safe. Now, just a couple of pictures for the Magna Carta. So this really connects up lovely with Monograms, of course. This is one of the reasons that I fell in love with our program. Who would have thought that you would find this size room on a luxury hotel barge? I certainly didn't when I first started looking at this program, and it just absolutely blew me away. So that's why I'm so excited about our products. So as I said on the Magna Carta, there's 4 rooms, 8 passengers, and 5 crew. Just to give you a little look into the lounge room as well. Clicks here, there we go. And as you can see, that's why they are, I call them floating villas. And you can get that sense of being able to fully relax while you're going out and doing all the excursions during the day. When you come home, you can just fully relax, sit in the hot tub if you like, or have your dinner outside, or relax inside. It's entirely up to your clients how they'd like to spend their time. Now, while we are in London, you've got the access, of course, through Monograms with the local host. But one of the things that we can actually add with Unique Cruises is beyond that as well. We've teamed up with Belmond, and that gives us access to the luxury rail network as well. So one of the options that we can include, so just to put this into context, your clients fly into London, they have Monograms for a few days, and then they're going to go on the Magna Carta for the 6-night, 7-day journey. While they're in London, they can take a luxury day journey on the Belmond Pullman Express. So this luxury train will take us out through to Kent or out through to Bath for the day and back, or a Champagne high tea. So we've got a few different options. These are all day excursions out of Victoria Station, and just an absolutely magnificent addition to anything else that you're offering your clients while they are in London. Now, staying with Belmond and moving outside of London, the best way to move from London to Venice is on the Venice Simplon Orient Express. So again, if your clients have been in London, we can put them on the Venice Simplon Orient Express, take that overnight journey, and end up in Italy and into Venice. And from there, we will join up with Monograms again, and we'll have a few days with the Monograms options around Venice before we board the La Bella Vita. The La Bella Vita is the largest of our luxury barges, and this really, there's 10 rooms, as I said, so a maximum of 20 people on board. And just a quick look at the map there, we'll cruise from Venice down through the Canal Bianco, which basically shadows the River Po. And it is just an incredible journey. So for your clients that have been to Venice before, this will take it up to a whole nother level. And of course, with that Monograms component, they'll be seeing stuff that they didn't even know existed. Just a quick look inside the ship again. This is where we're coming to relax. Personally, I would spend most of my time on the sun deck, being able to see the views. But again, if we're coming down in the evening before dinner, nice place to just grab a drink at the bar. And as I said before, it is all inclusive. So get some beautiful wines or beers or champagne as we wait dinner or during dinner. And then from there, if we want to make our way back, we can go reverse. Clients could fly into Venice, have the Monograms experience onto the La Bella Vita, and we're back into Venice, catch the Simplon Orient Express, and make our way in reverse, so we end up in Paris. Now from here, of course, we've got that magnificent Monograms program in Paris, and that will link us up with the option of 6 different regions within France that we can access from Paris. So we've got Burgundy, Champagne, the Canal du Midi, Provence, Bordeaux, and the Loire Valley. What I'm going to do today, just for the sake of time, is just to highlight 2 of these. And we'll have a look at Burgundy, and we'll also have a look at Champagne very quickly, because these are the 2 most accessible regions from Paris. If you'd like any more information about the other regions, then please just get in touch with me and we can go through all of the different options. But let's start off with the Champagne region. We have 2 of probably the best floating villas that we have anywhere, the Hirondelle and the Pavon. These are both Belmond barges. and they cruise the Champagne region, as you can see there. Now, just the picture on the right is the one I really want to highlight on this. Again, who would have thought that this is what you have on the luxury hotel barge in France? It is just so beautiful, so incredible, which is why we've kind of changed the terminology and are now just calling them the floating villas, because they are absolutely magnificent. Again, 6 nights, 7 days, from Sunday through to Saturday. When we have a look at Burgundy, we have a look at, we've got 7 different options there. And I've got 6 up here, so you can see the La Belle Pique, the L'Impressioniste, La Divire, the Finesse, the Amaryllis, and the Lila. And again, depending on what your clients are looking for, we've got something for everyone. La Belle Pique and L'Impressioniste have 6 rooms on board, so we can have 12 passengers, which is perfect if you're wanting to escort a group up there, small group, and sell those, but just take the whole barge. And one of the things that we do encourage is, rather than trying to sell a room onto any of these barges, when you're talking to your clients, if they've got 3 or 4 other couples that they don't mind traveling and would like to travel with, or family members, then they can have the whole barge to themselves and completely change their entire holiday, because now it is just them. Every single one of these floating villas has a dedicated support vehicle that takes them out to their different excursions, whether it's castles or palaces, vineyards, or if you've got a family on board, you might want to change itineraries and go out to the local zoo for the day. So many different options, or take them archery, have an archery excursion. So again, so many different options available. Now, the other vessel that I would like to highlight, because it's one of my favorites, is called the Fleur de Lis. And this again is a Belmont boat, and she only has 3 rooms, so maximum of 6 people on board. How would you love to be on there? Let's face it, we'd like to be anywhere right now, but why not be on the best, cruising down these amazing canals through Europe? And again, I've said this a couple of times already on this presentation. If you have a look down on that the bottom left-hand corner there with that room, who would have thought that this would have been on a luxury hotel barge? Well, that's one of the reasons I love my job so much, is because we get to be able to put your clients onto these fantastic places that in reality they would never even know existed. And then to combine this with Monograms to just lift that experience to a whole nother level, I think is just amazing. So what we'll go through now is just, I want to give you some options. So it's about letting Unique Cruises connect the dots for you, and to give you options to present to your clients some very unique and very dedicated itineraries. I don't think we'll have any 2 itineraries that'll be the same as we go forward. And you're going to have to hang on to your seats here a little bit, because I'm going to give you some options. I don't want to confuse you too much, but I just want to show you the scope in which we can connect the dots. We're just going to use Venice as the hub for this. So Monograms already has an existing program from Rome through to Florence and then up into Venice, and that's by rail. A terrific program as a standalone product. Of course, when you get to Venice, you can then connect into and have the La Bella Vita added onto that. So just an amazing package just there. But we also have a different options through Unique Cruises, and that's through Backroads Touring. So with Backroads Touring, we can start in Rome and then make our way through to Venice. And this is small group luxury touring as well. So just giving you a different offset. Now, before you get on your Backroads tour, of course, we can include the Monograms so that your clients aren't left alone in Rome before they get on the Backroads tour. So they're well taken care of. Then they're connected up with Backroads Touring, arrive into Venice. And of course, what we're going to do in Venice, we'll connect up again with Monograms and also on the La Bella Vita. So already here, you can see that there are a number of different combinations that we can put together for you. Now let's take it one step further. Again, starting in Venice, it doesn't matter which way you get there, whether it's through Monograms, through Backroads, you've still got that Monograms connection there into Venice. So we're starting off with a cruise or the Monograms stay Then we will catch the Venice Simple and Orient Express and make our way through to Paris. We can disembark in Paris and again connect up with Monograms and also any one of those barges that we talked about. Or we could stay on the train and go all the way through to London and then connect up with the Magna Carta. Of course, we've got the full Monograms program so that when your clients arrive, they are well taken care of. So there are a lot of options just in that little, just using Venice as an anchor. But there is one more option that we could have a look at, and that is connecting up with our Croatia program. So we can cruise Croatia 7 nights. Let's go from Dubrovnik up to Opatija, and then we can connect you through to Venice. And then from Venice, of course, we've got all those other options available. So you can see with Unique Cruises, it's not just the cruise component. The reason that we've decided to connect up with Monograms, with Belmont, with Backroads, is so that you can offer your clients the very unique itineraries, small group, that will absolutely blow them away when they get up to Europe in a way that they have never seen or experienced Europe before. And I'm just so excited to be able to work with you to be able to connect all those dots. And for you, it's quite simply one phone call or one email. We'll connect back up with you and we will sit down and work out what it is exactly that you'd like for your clients, piece it all together. Then you're dealing with just one company with Unique Cruises. You make one payment and we take care of all the rest. Now, I know from my experience at Globus that some of you will be really excited about going for your top achievers with the Globus family of brands. Monograms is part of that. So what we've been able to work out is that if you are booking Monograms as part of the Unique Cruises package, you will still be accredited and rewarded accordingly for that through Globus. So we'll simply send through the list to Globus to make sure that nobody misses out on top achievers. So you get the double whammy there, which is just fantastic. Now, just to wrap up, just a reminder, we do have our online brochures. We do not print brochures. They are online for those that want to print them off. They can print them off as a PDF if you like, or just select the pages that you want to print off, rather than wasting paper and wasting resources on printing out all these multiple brochures that over the years I've seen thrown away so often. It just frustrated me. So when I set up Unique Cruises, I made the decision at the time that we would not be doing any print brochures. We can do some flyers for you if you'd like to operate that way, and some dedicated brochures or mini brochures, if you like, based on your specific itinerary. So the brochures that we currently have online is obviously our France one, our UK, Ireland, and Italy. We also have our Backroads programs. Now, when you click on this on our website, it will take you to the 8 different itineraries that we have as standardized with Backroads Touring. And of course, we've just released Croatia for 2022, and I'm just waiting for the dates for 2023 for Croatia because that's looking very popular. And breaking news, we are a few weeks away. We're just putting the pieces together now to launch our Mekong program as well. And that'll be connecting up with some Belmont properties as well as the train as well. So watch out for that. That'll be coming up in the next few weeks. That's kind of wraps it up for my presentation. Just before I click off my presentation, make note of Izzy's details there. Now, if Isabel is not your BDM, get in contact with her anyway. She will be able to put you in contact with whomever is best for you to be in contact with for Globus family of brands. And you've got my details there as well. So just walter@uniquecruises.com.au, call me on my mobile, have a look at our website. And if you have any questions, then let us know. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen here and bring us back. There we go. So with all of that, as you can see, there's so many different combinations. And Izzy and I are so excited to be working together to be able to deliver this to you. If you have any questions at all, want to know how this really works for you and your clients, then get in touch with either of us, and we'll be able to help you out. Now, just going to have a quick look up there. Does anyone have any questions? We've got a few minutes left. If you have any questions, then just pop it up on the chat, And in case you think I'm looking away, I've got another screen up there, so I'm just checking that out. If we don't have too many questions on the chat, we might wrap it up. But as I said, please get in touch with us, and we would love to be able to create these incredibly unique experiences for you. Izzy, have you got anything else that you'd like to say as we wrap up?
Firstly, how do I go about booking one of these barge cruises? They look absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I think
We'll do a trade-off.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
No, I think you've summed it up all really, really well. And like I said at the start, really, really excited to be partnering up with you on this. Yeah, I just wanted to echo what you said. Did anyone in the webinar have any questions that they wanted to ask? You can put it in the chat box, or even if you're feeling brave, you can take yourself off of mute and turn your camera on. We'd love to see your faces and give you a little wave. Any questions from the audience?
No, can't see anything coming through right now. All right, we might just wrap it up there. You've all got our details. Lovely to see you. For those that are watching this later, because we know that there was a number of people that, which is exciting to see businesses picked up, that sent their apologies. So we would love to catch up with you as well. So from Izzy and I, we'll say goodbye. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you back out on the road soon, and take care. All the best.